I'm a biker, true and proud, ride an iron horse that's free and wild. A biker, true and proud, admitting I'm scared is not allowed. I may not look so mean and tough, but let me tell you so, I'm no powder puff. What it takes to ride, well, I got the stuff. I got what it takes to ride. Got what it takes to ride. Got what it takes to
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of It's Never Too Late, where we believe it's never too late to follow your dreams, to have some fun, or to start something new.
It's not too early to have fun either.
No, never too early, never too late.
Early.
No. Should we
always
change the
gotta have
name of the
fun.
show?
Just have fun. No.
Just have fun.
Ooh,
Just
that's a
have
good
fun
name, too.
show. We like that. Last week, we were thrilled. We got to do our show right from the studio in Belmore. It's NYVPG Studios in Belmore. There we are, NYPVG Studios in Belmore. And Carmine, our wonderful engineer, was there, and Gabriel and Pete, and we just had such a good time. It was wonderful having people there and getting some feedback. It was really great. And
we had a studio audience.
Yeah, and there was a reason that we were on Long Island and did it, and we're going to tell you later. We're going to tell you what led up to us being there.
Have to wait.
You have to wait, and we have that special announcement we promised you that we're going to make, and we're going to save that.
That's my part.
That's his part. He gets to tell. So we're going to save that for a little bit later in the show. Right now, what we're going to do is finish up talking about rural upstate New York and all the wonderful things there are to do. And we wanted to put in these last couple of things because they're so much fun. The first one is Selkirk Lighthouse, which we stumbled upon by just riding around on our motorcycles. It's also known as the Salmon River Lighthouse. It's in Pulaski, New York. And it's where Lake Ontario meets, what is it? The Salmon River.
The Salmon River, right?
Right.
And that was supposed to go into the Erie Canal.
Right. So what they did was they bought in 1788, they bought this land from the Indians, and they were going to build a lighthouse. So about 50 years later, they finally finished the lighthouse, and they built it for just under $3,000 back then, way back then. It's a unique design. And what they were supposed to do was build a canal that would link the Hudson River to everything up there. And it was supposed to turn this town into a giant port. And what happened was they decided not to build the canal. So 21 years after they built the lighthouse, they decommissioned it because there was not going to be any port there. So it was your tax dollars at work even back then. So what happened was it ended up to be a blessing in disguise, as most things that you think are horrible are.
Well,
Why?
because there was a lot of a birdhouse. That's what they call a birdhouse lighthouse, because the whole top is all glass. Now, there were several of these around our country. I believe this is one of two that are left in the country. Now that it was decommissioned, they didn't retrofit it to the modern day. So
the original form of it's called the birdcage lanterns. They were still there so that we can appreciate it now. If it had been active a few years later, they would have changed all
they
that
would have upgraded
to the
right.
Fresnel lamps, but now it's preserved, and there's only one other one in the United States that's still in good shape that you can actually go see that has that birdcage look at the top.
And
so
it's recommissioned, isn't it? I think it's still working.
Yeah, what they did was now they sold it later and they turned it into a hotel and a restaurant, and you can still rent it out for weddings, for parties. It's really cute. We couldn't go into it. It was closed to go into it the day we were there. But we talked to the people there who own the little marina and tackle shop that are there, and they were telling us it's a really cool place to have weddings. And then they added solar lights later, so now it's called a Class 2 navigation aid. So it's back in use, which is really
what
something.
A great little place. So we just happened to find it because I picked the direction, I pointed the bike that way, and we kept going until we found it.
And that's how
we didn't know what we were looking for, but we ride and we come across great things like this.
We found more great things because he's just riding around and goes by instinct and, oh, what's this? And we'll show you some of the fantastic things we have found just just by doing that.
Make a left or right anytime you feel necessary.
Yeah.
So anyway, while we're talking to the people who own the shop there, they were airing it out because there was a big flood and so on. Turns out the guy was an A6 pilot.
I forgot that.
Yeah, he had a picture of the A6 that he flew, Navy pilot, and then who's the best pilot in my opinion in the world?
Blue Angels.
The Blue Angels.
The Navy ones.
He's got a picture of him on the wall. His buddy is number 6. He was in his
squadron. They trained
right.
together. So he flew one of those things. So Curtis was chewing his ear off forever.
Oh,
so
nice people.
If you love to fish, and you like salmon, and you said there's trout in there too.
Trout, yep.
So go see the lighthouse. Maybe you can. It's a hotel also. If
you charter a boat,
you can charter a boat and go fit in, and it would be like a really fun weekend. We just thought it was a really cool place to go. So that's one of our finds for upstate New York. One of the other things, I always wanted to do this, had never done it before, but we're upstate New York now, so we did it. We cut down our own Christmas tree. There we are in the Christmas tree forest. Well, the field or I don't know what they call it, Christmas tree. And the Christmas tree farm. So we walked around, and because of the snow, we could follow our footsteps. We were the only ones there. We looked at, I think, every single tree on that farm.
Yeah, I don't think we missed any.
I don't think so. And then we'd find one we liked, and we'd kind of make a mark in the snow. And then we'd go to the next one, and we had it. Now, there it is, New York State grown Christmas trees. And of course, New York State, Miss Senior
Now, those
New York.
are all the trees that they'll sell you so you can bring home and plant.
Right. You can actually buy those little ones and grow your own. But we finally decided on one that we thought was just the perfect little tree. And they have a whole thing. We're the only ones there. Even the owners weren't there. And it just says, leave your money in the box. It was
a birdhouse, that box.
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
it was a birdhouse. And they had the hand saws. So there's Curtis with the handsaw getting ready to cut down our Christmas tree. And then they have a pile of sleds. So after you cut it down, instead of having to carry it, you kind of slide it along and you bring it to where you can wrap it. And then you actually get to work the machine and you can wrap it yourself. We have a little clip. I sent Carmine a short clip instead of a long clip. But here's a little clip of Curtis wrapping up the Christmas tree.
That was hard work, let me tell you.
Oh, it was so much fun. We're the only ones there.
And that was a great tree. It had short needles, and it didn't even make a mess in the house. And we left up till, what, February?
Oh, it might have been. It might have been. I always leave it up till Little Christmas, till Epiphany, which is January 6th. And it was just such a pretty tree. I hate taking them down because then the corner looks so empty, and it's a lot of work taking it down. But this one didn't shed any needles. It was really, well, how much more fresh could you be? It was great. So that was one of our things. And there's one other thing that's kind of tradition now for like the past 20 years that we have our penguin entertainment. And no matter how icky you may feel when you watch the penguin entertainment, you will smile and you'll probably crack a laugh. So we're going to show that to you right now. Curtis is going to hold it up. We're going to make sure that it's, wait, here we go. All right. You ready?
Are you ready?
Here we go.
Please welcome back, by popular demand, it's Jingle and the Sleigh Bells!
Now, if that doesn't make you feel good.
How cute is that? I don't know. I just every now and then go by and push it. We still have it out. We didn't put it away yet. You just push the button.
Well, the point is you should be happy all year long, not just around the holidays. And some people aren't too happy around the holidays. So keep the things like that out just to make you smile.
Just to make you
and if
smile.
it doesn't make you smile, maybe you need a checkup from the neck up.
Oh, very profound. Very profound. I think you got that from Zig Ziglar.
Oh,
I
don't
won't
give
tell.
all my secrets away.
Can I tell you?
People are going to start reading all my books.
Okay, so we have one or two more things that we want to talk about upstate New York. One of them is Saratoga Springs. And we went there last
She
summer.
likes jockeys. Look at this.
Now,
She's got them all lined up waiting for her.
well, I can
I'll
find.
tell you, it ain't easy over here.
I finally found somebody I could be taller than. So that was the museum. It wasn't open, but we took the opportunity to pose with the little jockeys outside. And we'd ridden our motorcycles there that day, and we had to take a picture in front of the Saratoga Raceway sign. There I am. Curtis took the picture. And
She looks pretty good on a bike too, huh?
I'll
I'm telling you.
I'll tell you.
How did I get so lucky?
Aw, I got lucky.
Oh, you
I got
oh,
lucky.
All right. That'll be one of us.
So
Both of us?
both of us. Yeah.
It
So
reminds me of a joke.
Oh,
No. All right,
no.
we'll pass on that joke. It's not that good a joke. Well, it's a good. Well, I don't know.
No, keep it. So, so they had the racing that day. We were surprised. They actually had horse racing going on that day, but they didn't have any people watching it. They just had the races
Simulcast only.
simulcast. So we went into town, and the town is fabulous. You can walk around in town, wonderful stores. If you're a shopper, I'm not a shopper, but if you're a shopper, it's a really great place, and you can eat outdoors. There's a lot of little restaurants where you can eat outdoors.
Very clean town. It's well kept. It's really pretty town. A lot of different restaurants to eat in.
And the
So-
food was really good.
Yeah,
The
yeah. We
service
ate
was great.
outside on a patio.
Yeah. So we had a really
Nice.
beautiful day riding. It's a pretty ride. You know, any place upstate really is a pretty ride. So that's one of our recommendations. And of course, last but not least, is Cooperstown. Now, most people think of Cooperstown, they think of the Baseball Hall of Fame. And hopefully we can get over there with our camera and show you more of Cooperstown. We've been
There's
there.
a couple other things in Cooperstown, like the
Mm.
distillery.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
Oh,
about
yeah,
that.
they
Right.
make some good vodka
Two
over there.
doors down.
I'm
They-
not a vodka drinker, but that stuff is pretty good.
They
All
make
right.
their own, and it comes in a pretty bottle, like a diamond, like a baseball diamond, right?
It's a baseball on top of a diamond. Yeah.
Right.
Double day. Yeah.
Yeah. And-
Very cool decanter. But our favorite place in Cooperstown is the Farm Museum.
If you
Now, this is a place you got to go and try and get there around September when they're harvest. They grow hops there. They have a pharmacy. There's a book this thick with linen pages from 1840s.
and it's in perfect condition because it was written on linen.
So the guy that's working there says everything in that book, and he points behind him through the window, is in that garden.
He had a garden. He grew his own herbs,
And,
And
he made all his own medicine
and
right
he showed
there.
us how we were fascinated. He would take tinctures. He'd make tinctures. He'd put herbs in like vodka and let it sit, like aspirin. Did you know that aspirin comes from willow bark, the bark of a willow tree? And they would take the bark from a willow tree, put it in either grain alcohol or vodka or something like that, let it sit, and
For
then
about 2 weeks, right?
2 or 3 weeks, I forget. Each thing was different, and how much vodka to how much bark, whatever. So you didn't get like an exact dose. But then what you'd have is that tincture would last a couple of years, and if you had a fever, they'd give you like 1 drop.
Yes,
And
you have to use an eye drop. You
Ye-
take too much, you could have a
yeah,
problem.
there's no real.
But then you have to remember, that's
consistency.
all natural too.
It's all natural, but that's everything came from herbs. So he was showing us how they made little pills and the gum that they used to make them stick together. I mean, we must have been in there an
It's
hour
fascinating. Oh,
just
yeah.
talking to him.
And not only that, they have a merry-go-round there that was all hand-carved, and that was made where?
Long Island.
Yes,
And
right.
they have the Bethpage, they have the ducks, the Long Island ducks. I think it was made in Bethpage, which is right near where we grew up in Massapequa Park.
What about the music thing they
They had a
there?
big music calliope thing.
Oh, that was fabulous.
Now, right now, I checked with them. I called. They are partially open. You can go and see, but the little village and going into the little houses that are historic houses, you can't go into them, but they have this people in costume telling you about it outside. So, and they have the carousel closed right now. So you have to kind of go on their website and see. But we had such a great time, and we happened to find it because we went to the Baseball Hall of Fame, and we said, "Oh, we got to go back to that place and check it out." And we did, and
We
it-
rode past it, right?
you would
and
have a ball,
we
and you
went
can.
back,
They
right.
grow the hops, and they make yeast from hops, and it's just a really cool
They
place.
have a lot of nice lakes up right there too.
Glimmerglass Opera House is
Right?
there, which
Does it have another museum there? Glimmerglass Museum?
Glimmerglass. What they did was at Glimmerglass, they do opera there. And what they did was they actually built an outdoor stage so they could still have, I think they open in July this year, and they'll have the operas outside instead of inside at their 900-seat auditorium. They're going to have it outside so they can still have performances. So it's still a cool place. Baseball Hall of Fame is open. So there's still a lot to do in Cooperstown. And that kind of wraps up
New York
State for now, upstate New York. But now, drum roll, we have our announcement.
Announcement.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my part.
That's your part.
I
See,
should
right
tell
there,
them?
it says right there in the script. It says you tell them.
Well, my name's not there. All right. Are you ready? We're taking the show on the road where it belongs. That was our original plan, and now we're going to do it. We kind of like ran out of stuff anyway. Not only that, we went for a ride today to bring our bikes because we were getting ready to take another trip. So from this trip, we'll be showing you all the highlights of the places that we go.
Yes, and we're so excited. We're finally going to get to take that trip and bring you on the road with us, because it started, our show, we had the opportunity to start it in January. And, when it's 0 degrees out and, 2 feet of snow outside, you can't ride. So we said, well, let's, we'll tell everybody about our trips, and now we're on the road. So that's our big announcement. We're very excited. April 27th should start our first show on the road. So we hope you're going to tune in. We want to tell you why we were at what brought us
we
to
did
Long
promise
Island.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that was the last stop of our trip.
Yeah. So the reason was we were asked to go down to Tampa, the Tampa area, and do some benefits. We sing, and he does a little Rodney, and we did some radio to promote them. And it's all to benefit all different causes: autism, the firemen and the police down there. We did. So
Right.
we
They
said,
had a singing competition, the firemen and police.
yeah.
Yep.
So we went.
They had a car show.
We went there. We drove because it was 1 degree when we left that day. So it was a little snowy and icy to take the bikes. We don't do snow and ice on the bikes. So we took the car, and we got some sunshine, because by the time March came, we were kind of done with the cold weather. So we
Need a break.
Yeah. So we went to Tampa, and we want to tell you about one of the things we're going to be doing when we go down this time. We're going to be stopping in St. Augustine, and we're going to be taking a 3-day seminar that's going to be given by our friends Tom and Emily Ward, and it's called The Successful Life Experience. We went to one of their seminars in October, and it was fabulous. Right there is a picture of me with Ed Foreman, who is a congressman from 2 different states. And he is in his 80s. He is the most energetic. You talk about it's never too late. He is amazing. He developed this Successful Life Experience course, and this is the first time it's going to be taught since he taught it. It was shown on 60 Minutes several years ago. And he is a great man, and rumor has it he's going to be there, and Earlene Vining is going to be there, the people who originally did it. And Tom and Emily Ward, it's April 28th to 30th, this next month, April 28th to 30th. If you're interested, we're going to tell you how you can. There's a few slots left, so that's why we're telling you about it. We can't wait to go see Tom and Emily, and we're going to show you their little video now that tells you a little bit about the seminar.
It's back. The Successful Life course, once featured on CBS News 60 Minutes, the 3-day habit development workshop taught by Ed Foreman and Earlene Vining that helped over 30,000 previous participants live a happier, healthier, more productive life, is returning. When will the course be taught? April 28th through April 30th, 2021, this year. Where will it be conducted? At the Embassy Suites Resort in St. Augustine, Florida. Who will be facilitating the course? Earlene Vining, Tom and Emily Ward, and with special segments by Ed Foreman. What will be covered in the course? How to recognize and control stress. How to relax and re-energize. How to set, follow through, and achieve personal, family, and business goals. How to improve your self-confidence. How to more persuasively and effectively sell your ideas. You'll learn how to eliminate those bad negative habits that always seem to block your progress in the achievement of your goals. How to manage your time and resources to get more done in less time. and how to improve your communication techniques. Overall, you'll leave the course on your way to developing an enthusiastic, enjoyable pattern of happy, healthy, successful daily living. How do you learn more and sign up for this life-changing event? Go to www.successfullifeexperience.com. Let me repeat that. For more information and the link to register for the course, just go to www.successfullifeexperience.com. Join us on the beach in St. Augustine, Florida, April 28th through 30th for the relaunch of the Successful Life course. We'll see you there.
That was Tom terrific, and he is terrific.
Yes. Tom and Emily are two of the most genuine, down-to-earth, loving people you'd ever want to know. And their energy just exudes out of them. And just being around them, you feel wonderful. So 3 days or 2.5 days of being with them, teaching this course, and Ed and Arlene, it's going to be amazing.
Guaranteed to go home with tons of positive energy.
Absolutely.
You may not even need your plane to get home. But when we went to Cabo,
Where we met Ed Foreman.
we
and
lifted
Tom
the
and
plane
Emily.
up. I don't care.
We
I don't
did.
care what they say.
We didn't need the plane. We were flying so high. They're just full of great energy. So it's fun. April 28th to 30th. If you didn't get that information, you can always leave a message on this video, and we'll get back to you. To April 28th to 30th. So we are going to talk a little bit about our trip to Tampa, where we went to do some benefit performances, and we're part of the Chapters Wrap Network. We're a network of about 12 shows, and we're all about giving back. We're all about uplifting, entertainment, and about giving back to. We have autism that we give to, and we're
We
working.
do a thing for the homeless.
We do a thing for the homeless. So we're all about that. And we were asked to come down to Tampa. So we're going to show you some of those pictures. We took a little bit of time to go to the beach, and we got
Oh, the fish
fresh
sandwich. Oh,
grouper. They said that's their thing down there. They bring in fresh grouper every day. So they said, you have to have a grouper sandwich. So there we were at Clearwater Beach. And we we didn't get to go in the water. We didn't have time. But the beach was absolutely beautiful. They had these little,
That sand is like powder.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
They had these little pink cars that were going around. You could rent these things that were so cute. They're not quite a car, and they're not quite a scooter.
3 wheels.
Was it 3 wheels?
3 wheels, yeah. It sounded like a
Okay.
little gas motor, 2-stroke.
It was really cute. And the water there, clear water, it really is clear water. It's wonderful. And then we went to WTAN Radio, where Dawn Reese, who's right there, the Steve Vaccaro and Us with Dawn Reese, she was a DJ who introduced us. We promoted a couple of the benefits that we were going to do there. And I sang a couple of songs on the radio live. And then the biggest treat of all is that they got to get a little bit of Rodney. Okay, there he goes with his red tie.
I'll tell you, it ain't easy being me. I didn't even get no respect down there. It's like the time I got a pool. It was a kidney-shaped pool. They put a stone in it. I'm telling you, I called suicide prevention. They put me on hold. Gamblers Anonymous gave me 2-to-1 odds I wouldn't make it. Take it easy over there, will you? I go to AA. I still drink, but under a different name.
Oh.
It's like my last girlfriend. I met her at the Mason Day Parade. She was wearing ropes.
Oh, big girl. Big girl.
Yeah, she was a big
Big
girl.
girl.
She was ugly, too.
Ugly,
I brought
huh?
her to the beach. They asked me what I used for bait. I brought her to Mom's house. She put newspapers on the floor. Remember I gave her a hickey? I got a mouthful of fur.
Oh.
I'm telling you, she was fat, too.
How fat was she?
Oh, I'll tell you how fat she was. When she wore high heels, she'd strike oil. One time I hit her with my car, and she said, "Why didn't you go around me?" I told her I didn't think I had enough gas.
Oh.
I'll tell you. All right, Ronnie, get out of here.
I don't know. He still cracks me up when he does that. And I've heard those quite a few times, but it still cracks me up. All right. Yay.
Yay. Oh, well, thank you. All right.
Too bad we don't have the live audience.
Well,
now.
I
You can
hope
hear 'em
somebody
up the
laughed out there.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Life is about having fun. And if you're not having fun, change something in your
Yeah,
life.
There you go.
Ah.
You want change in your life? You got to change something in your life.
You don't what is it?
No, when you want your life
You
to
want-
change, you have to
You want things in your life to
be
change.
different. You got
Change
to
the
do
things
something.
in your life.
Right, change the things in your life. We knew it was something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. Well, you know.
Anyway, you have to have a dose of laughter every day. It is the best medicine. It absolutely is the best medicine.
Hey, look, I got off drugs.
Oh, jeez.
That's a scary thought,
That's
huh?
a scary thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was only on drugs because of an injury, but
Oh, how do we get on that?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Rodney was in here.
Anyway, Rodney. All right. So we'll show you some of the things that we did. We did a grease benefit. And there we are. We were with the Gianchetters, Tyler Gianchetter and his dad, Mike, and they decided to rent a Camaro. They flew down and we were like, yes, let's take pictures on it. So there we are taking some publicity pictures. We were in charge of bringing down all the leather jackets because we had the car. We went by car. So we had all the leather jackets for everybody. And the girls were like in these 1950s kind of outfits. I wore leather because that's what I wear. I rode my motorcycle gear. And we did we did a couple other pictures, didn't we? I know we went back to WTAN radio. Oh, there we are. My crown and sash. How cool does he look? Really? Badass, right?
I don't know. Just being me.
Just being you. So we promoted. We went back to WTAN, and there's Ashley and Tyler, and they sang, and he played the dulcimer, and they're so wonderful. And so there we were back at WTAN. They were terrific, the people there. And after we did that, we all decided to take a little break, and we had dinner on a rooftop at St. Pete Beach. We went to the beach for a couple of hours and we had dinner up there. And that's all of us. And the guy who was sitting at the table next to us is a couple there. And we introduced ourselves and we said, we're with It's Never Too Late. And our motto is it's never too late to live your dream. And he goes, I'm 45 years old. He says, I feel like I'm so old and it's over. And I'm like, see, I felt that way at 35. I felt older then. And they said, no, it's all in your head. You gotta look at life differently. And so hopefully he went home and thought about that. Hopefully he's watching this show right now.
We made some friends right there at the restaurant. I went and got a beer at the bar, and the guy next to me asked me what kind of beer was that. It was a Michelob Amberbach. So I guess he liked the color of Got His Eye, and we ended up talking to them for 20 minutes. So.
We like
there's great people everywhere you go.
And
and we met Jimmy on the beach.
Jimmy on the beach.
Invited us to stay with him.
Oh, next time you're down, come stay with us. No, it was Jerry. Jerry on the beach.
Jerry
right. On the beach. And we just meet a lot of people, and that's the most wonderful part about traveling around this country is the people that you meet. The people that you meet are fabulous. Oh, we are past time. We got 1 minute left. We got to say goodnight for now. We hope you'll join us next week, and we're going to finish telling you about our trip to Tampa. God bless. Remember, it's never too late to live your dream.
There was a